I believe that you always have to be brutally honest. Not with headphones today. Lying gets you nowhere. It complicates things. And eventually, all lies are revealed. So, truth is the way to go. This is my principle. That's what I've been saying in my streams all along. And over this weekend, very unusual thing happened. The truth came out. Well, partial truth, but the truth anyway. And among all many lies, finally, the truth came out. And guess what? I'm going to give you the truth now. Howdy, everyone. My name is Konstantin. Welcome to Inside Russia. I am streaming live from Uzbekistan, but Russia is still inside me, inside my heart. And in my mind, I am inside Russia. As usual, I'm giving you daily updates and inform you of current things that are happening and events unfolding in Russia. And today I'm very glad actually to give you the truth that's not coming from me, but from a very top Russian officials. Actually, one of the top ones, right there, close to Vladimir Putin. And that official is Ramzan Kadyrov. First, let me tell you who Ramzan Kadyrov is. He is a very serious man. He means business. He never speaks, something that he doesn't mean. He is the man. He is the warrior. He is Vladimir Putin's one of the closest friends. His name puts fear into the hearts of his enemies. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. Always means business, like I said. He is the governor of one of Russia's strongest and most powerful provinces, called Chechnya. Ramzan Kadyrov has been heavily involved into the conflict with Ukraine. He arranged for so many troops, Chechen troops, and he sent them to Ukraine to fight Ukrainians. He's been very public during all these 7 months, and I personally believe this guy. No sarcasm, no jokes, When he says something, and he usually communicates through his Telegram channel, and the Telegram channel is Kadyrov_95. You can go and check it for yourself. So he usually communicates through his Telegram channel, and he means business. I don't doubt his words. So I was very surprised to learn of what he recently posted in his Telegram. Again, Mr. Kadyrov's Telegram channel, Kadyrov_95. I'm going to quote. I don't want to spread any fakes, any disinformation, nothing. So I'm going to quote word to word what Ramzan Kadyrov's Telegram post says. Let me begin. I have always said there is nothing better than voiced truth, even bitter, insulting, but the truth. This is the only way to move forward. Therefore, I cannot remain silent about what happened in Krasny Liman. I'll remind you, that's not quote. Krasny Liman is the very recent fight between Russian and Ukrainian armies, and Russian army, according to the Ministry of Defense, regrouped and moved away to a better position, to a more favorable position. So that was just my insert. Then I continue quoting Mr. Kadyrov. The defense of this area, Krasny Liman, was led by the commander of Central Military District, Colonel General Alexander Lapin. The same Lapin who received the Hero of Russia star for the capture of Lysychansk, although de facto he was not even there. Lapin was made the commander of troops of the Western Military Army. The Colonel General deployed mobilized fighters from Luhansk People's Republic and other units at all the frontiers of the Liman direction, but did not provide them with the necessary communication, interaction, and ammunition supply. 2 weeks ago, Major General Commander of the Akhmat Special Forces, that is Mr. Kadyrov's force that was sent to Ukraine, my dear brother Abdi Alaudinov personally reported to me that our fighters could become easy targets. In turn, I informed the head of Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation, Valery Gerasimov, about the danger. But the general assured me that he did not doubt Lapin's generalship talent, and he did not believe that a retreat is possible in Krasny Liman and its surroundings. A week later, Lapin moved to his headquarters to Starobilsk, 100 kilometers away from subordinated troops, and he was holed up in Luhansk. How can units be managed quickly if the general is 150 kilometers away from them? Due to the lack of basic military logistics, today we have left several settlements and a large area of territory. It's not a shame that Lapin is a talentless person, and the fact that he's been covered up by the leaders at the general staff. If I had my way, I would demote Lapin to a private, deprive him of awards, and send him to the front line with a machine gun in his hands to wash away his shame with blood. Army nepotism will not lead to good. In the army, it is necessary to appoint as commanders people of firm character, brave, principled, who worry about the fighters, who tear their teeth for their soldiers, who know that a subordinate cannot be left without help and support. There is no place for nepotism in the army, especially in difficult times. Didn't we have enough at Izum? That's the area that Russian army regrouped from. Even then I said, shoot at the enemy's military cluster in Izum captured by the Nazis, especially since our artillery at that time had such an opportunity. They would have dealt away with the main Satanists and fascists at once. We should conduct our own in the full sense of the word and not flirt. Use any opportunity and any weapon to defend our territory. Donetsk is still being shelled. Residents of the joint 4 territories want to be protected. I do not know what the military of defense of the Russian Federation reports to the Supreme Commander-in-Chief, but in my personal opinion, more drastic measures should be taken, up to the declaration of martial law on the border territories and the use of low-power nuclear weapons. It is not necessary to make every decision with an eye to the Western American community. It has already said and done a lot against us. Yesterday, there was a parade in Izum. Today, Ukrainian flag in Liman. And tomorrow what? Everything would be fine if it wasn't so bad. That last sentence is a Russian proverb. My friends, did you just understand what I read? It is not just someone's information. It's not just, some words, my words or whatever. It's real deal. It comes from one of the top people of the Russian army. It comes from one of the top generals, Mr. Ramzan Kadyrov. Again, no jokes, no sarcasm. I trust this guy when he says something in his Telegram, something like that. You know, many of his words actually contradict what I have heard, and we all have heard from the Russian TV, the statements from the army. For the first time, I heard that we left Izum. I thought we regrouped. Well, anyway, I read this text 3 times to fully understand it. And all of a sudden, you know me, I had so many questions. And I simply would like to ask questions now about what I just heard. First question is feuding, conflicting groups in the Russian army. It is obvious at this point that there are groups of influence inside Russian army. The message itself is a very clear indicator. Mr. Kadyrov, by typing this and putting it in public to see for everyone, he clearly sends a message to different directions, so to speak. But it is clear that his criticism, and I think I'm putting it very mildly, very softly, his criticism of the others inside Russian army clearly shows there are groups of influence, so to speak. Second, lack of leadership, unified leadership. It is obvious that the conflicting groups do not have a unified leadership. It is obvious that these groups are acting autonomously, independent from one another. It is obvious that these groups are not being coordinated from one center. This is the time of the military conflict. This is the time when over 5,000, well, that's official information. Don't throw rocks into me for this, but official information, 59, 5,000. There's so many Ukrainians died. There's so many Russians died. And at this time, it's clear that there's not one center, not one leader who takes his hand, his fist, and slams the table and says, "What the hell are you doing? Work together," and stuff like that. Anyway, where is the central leadership? Third, wrong judgment. Very wrong judgment. Again, I trust Mr. Kadyrov, what he wrote in his Telegram post. I trust it, really. And I trust his judgment of General Lapin. But then there is someone who put Lapin into his position. And that obviously that someone used a very wrong judgment. Again, at the level like that, such mistakes are absolutely unforgettable. Wrong judgment. Corruption. That's very serious. Very, very serious. This message reveals that there's a huge deal of corruption in the army at the highest level. And we're given the names. General Colonel Lapin and the head of Chief of Staff Gerasimov. You know what? If there are accusations like that, it's very serious. And something must be done by the authorities about that. There must be an investigation, find out whether, these officials are guilty of the said things and what is their punishment is. There's no way out. Genie's out of the bottle, okay? Corruption is a big crime in Russia. So accusations of corruption, they need to be investigated. Gross mismanagement of Russian army. I quote Mr. Kadyrov again. "A week later, Lapin moved his headquarters to Starobilsk, 100 kilometers from his subordinated troops, and he was holed up in Luhansk. How can units be managed quickly if the general is 150 kilometers away from them?" Well, who pays for this mismanagement? It's very obvious. Russian troops, Ukrainian civilians, everyone who is involved in this conflict. Another question, another thing that I learned about this is that there is theft. I will quote Mr. Kadyrov. Due to the lack of basic military logistics, today we have left several settlements and large area of territory. He also said the Colonel General deployed mobilized fighters from the Luhansk People's Republic and other units at all the frontiers of Limansk direction, but did not provide them with necessary communication, interaction, and ammunition supply. My friends, that is a very serious accusation. That seems like there is no communication or inadequate level of communication at the front lines, at the frontier, at time of military conflict. Okay? That smells like theft. Correct me if I'm wrong. Whoa. Number 7, lack of communication with the commander-in-chief. Mr. Kadyrov used his Telegram channel to send a message, and the message was aimed at most likely at the highest level. It means that he has not been able to contact the commander-in-chief himself and deliver a message personally. Instead, he has used his Telegram channel, hoping or knowing that his Telegram channel is being watched by many. He has many subscribers and very important subscribers, so to speak. So he's used his social media to deliver the message. If he had direct communication with the commander-in-chief, why would he use his Telegram channel? According to this message, the situation in the army seems disastrous. And Mr. Kadyrov summed it up very nicely. He said everything would be fine if it wasn't so bad. I could not agree more with him. Again, I totally agree with his opinion here, and I am thanking him for hearing the truth, I would say for the very first time since February 24th. And like he said in the beginning of his message of his post, that he believes in honest, brutal truth. Again, I quote, "There's nothing better than the voiced truth, even bitter, insulting, but the truth." And this is exactly how I feel, and this is how exactly I operate. So I am thanking him for the truth. Finally, we know what's going on in the Russian army from not just from an inside source, but from one of the top military people of Russia himself. Thank you. My friends, this has been my message. To me, it was shocking. I'm not sure how it is to you. Please let me know what you think. I am so relieved that for the first time I hear the truth about what is happening. Well, this is it. This is the truth for you. Thank you so much. Before I turn on the comments, I'd like to thank you for coming today and tell you that something very strange happened today. I went in Tashkent. I went to a dine 3 hours ago, not too long ago, and I was stopped by a gentleman, foreign-looking gentleman with a big great bear, and he looked at me and he said, "Are you Konstantin?" In English, in Tashkent, in the middle of nowhere, in a Korean restaurant, really middle of nowhere, a hole in the wall. And I said, "Well, yes." He goes, "Inside Russia." I said, "Well, yes." He goes, "Wow, I finally, it's nice to meet you. I checked twice at my telephone to make sure it's you." So it was the first person ever who actually recognized me on the street, came over and said hi. Wow. I'm about to turn on the comments. Thank you so much. Please keep this chat clean. We have a team of the best mods in the world. They're tough, but very fair. Please, instead of, if you have something bad to say, don't keep it to yourself. If you please send something nice, okay, be much welcomed here instead of reading something bad. And my friends, thank you so much again for coming. I'm turning on the comments. Let's do it. Oops. I'll take care of that doubling. Tell me what you think of this message. Shocking, isn't it? I was absolutely shocked. I was like, wow. At first I thought perhaps it's not his Telegram channel. It is. Kadyrov _95, official Telegram channel. Second, I thought maybe he was hacked. But no, it was 2 days ago, and after that there were quite a few messages, meaning like it wasn't hacked, it's him, or people who are taking care of his Telegram channel. So it was very, very interesting. It shows that the current state of affairs in the Russian army, and that's why I named my stream the way I named it. The chat's on. I see quite a few people. Give me a second. I'm opening chat in different windows usual, so it's much easier for me to see it. And there you go. John. Are you John, who I think you are? Howdy. Bruce, Justeri, Alex, Mama Two Boys, Yodi Racer, Harry Potnan, Lorna, Mommy, Bob S. Howdy. Taco Lover, long time no see. Sculptor, howdy. Tim, Timo, Steelers, Sylvia Santi, Nicholas Thompson, the usual suspects. Thank you so much for coming. If you want your message to be noticed easier, please put it in caps and after my channel's name, after @, so it appears in large orange box, please. And thanks for the super chats. David Joseph, the only question is that if the little man will use the big boy. The big boy, you mean the nukes. I pray that he will not. I pray that everyone has enough common sense to actually stay away from it, because that would be, in my world, in my eyes, in my understanding, that would be the end. Double M, thank you so much. Window. Well, I'm in Uzbekistan, and I'm not saying anything insulting to anyone. I'm just quoting a respected in Russia, a very respected official. Ivan Kyle just gave a gift of 20 sponsorship to 20 people. Thank you so much from me and from 20 people who just received it. Thank you so much, Ivan. Stop Scamming Man. In World War II, the Austrian actor Oscar Werner was conscripted. While training, he would deliberately fall off his horse and miss targets. He later starred in the Holocaust movie Voyage of the Damned. Thank you so much. It's interesting information. I appreciate the support and the message. Taco Lover, thank you. Good to see you, brother. Keep up the good work. Stay safe. I'm trying to. Thank you so much. Now we have some questions in the chat. Sculptor, hello inside Russia. Do you plan to find a job or start a business? It's in the plans right now. Alisa, thank you so much. Happy to finally make it live after just watching replays. Thank you so much for your continued insight into this crisis and hope you stay safe. Thank you, Alisa. I continue to, yes, there's nothing else really. It's just the crisis. It's like life is on pause because of that. Our lives is on pause. It's all around this conflict. It's laws, it's rules, it's mobilization, everything, and I'm waiting for it's over to be over. That we can go back to our normal life, Bridget Apley, thank you so much for $5. Much appreciated. We have a new sponsor. Vic at Night, Comics and Crypto. Welcome to Inside Russia. Mark Gibson, hi Konstantin, more worried about his comments on using nuclear weapons? Very much so. I'm very worried. I keep on repeating it. Zdenek Pavlatka, howdy howdy. Ryan from Newfoundland. We really have people all over the world in this chat. This is fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. Wanda, thank you so much for generous support. You are a serial super chatter, like many of you here. The fact that a country that could once put men and women in space now fighting without adequate communication. The truth was just revealed. You're absolutely right. He said that there's no adequate communication. I don't understand how. As for communication, ammunition at the front, it's being gifted to the Ukrainians. Yep, that's true. Jeff D, I appreciate your honesty and love for God. I cannot disagree with anything you have said. You're most certainly not a rat in any way. Thank you so much. It is very good, heartwarming to hear that I'm not a rat, because although it doesn't really affect me much, but still, somewhere deep inside, it does. It hurts because I've done so much for my country. I've put so much value in it. I came back after setting up life elsewhere. I came to Russia and I did so much for it. I paid so much taxes. I've been such an active citizen. I built business. I helped to build business. I gave jobs. Some people call me a rat. Top officials call me a rat. Ella Pamfilova called me a rat. That's not fun. So thank you so much, my friend. Double M, not your window. Hell. Okay, I'm on the second story. Angelic at Life, it's really hard to comment on this staying within safety levels, so I will say just I care about you and for your family's safety. Thank you so much, Angelic Cat. Are you really thanking the monster Kadyrov? Don't get me wrong, my friend. I never thanked him for actions or whatever. That's between him and God, okay? I am thanking him for giving us this particular truth. Read my lips. Did I thank him for anything else? None of my business. I'm going to stay away from this very hot topic, okay? I'm not going to say anything, but this particular post I found very useful and very insightful inside Russian army, okay? And this is what I am heartfully thanking him for. Nothing more. Bob Landrum, is going to Mongolia a valid option for some Russians? Well, crazy Russian Sergei just took that path. Are the customs similar? Very similar. Yes, Mongolians just announced they're giving all Russians political asylum and shelter and, all of that. So thanks. That's good information to know. Lightseeker, thank you so much. How was the Korean food in Tashkent? 4. 4 out of 5. Because my Uzbek friend who knows Tashkent inside out didn't take me there. I met some other people. But when my friend from Uzbekistan takes me, that's 6 out of 5. Okay. They have fantastic Korean food here, places here. Rudy Kaisley, new soldiers at the front have rusty guns, no sleeping bags in the cold. Rudy, thanks for the super chat. PMWFX, thank you. Kadyrov's demand for use of nukes to compensate for this incompetence doesn't make him look a more intelligent person, to be honest. God bless you. I'm not going to comment on that. Please make your own decision. I was shocked at his suggestion. I think it was a suggestion. But I pray that no nukes are ever used anywhere. This is just insane. Brian Woods, thank you. Regarding your reputation, it's spreading fast, far, and wide. You mentioned in one of your last 2 live streams that when they weren't familiar with Dima from Russia. I'm not familiar with Dima from Russia. I'm sorry. I heard this name a few times, but I don't know who that guy is. Someone just made a comment that he's seeking for some advice and he's in Kazakhstan. And I replied, please, email me if you need any advice. If anyone needs my advice, I'm open. Please email, and if I can advise something, if I feel that I have adequate opinion or knowledge or skill, whatever, then I am welcome. I'm ready to advise, okay? But so far, I haven't heard anything. Thorsten Kraft, thank you so much. My wife asked me to donate some money to you. The boss said to donate some money. I forwarded your message to her several days a week and never gave you a penny so far. Well, don't feel obliged, okay? Because it's not about money. It's about message first. I really appreciate the super chat. I really appreciate the support. Although, please, none of you, please do not feel obliged. Do not feel that you should or you have to, whatever. That's your hard-earned money. If you share some with me, it just gives me reinforcement that I'm saying something valuable. So you are moved enough to actually send a super chat. But please do not feel obliged, okay? And Thurston, thank you so much to you and to your wife. I hope you like my messages. Jason Carney, sending prayers from New York. Please join our prayers at the end of the stream. Thank you so much. Bruce, for the teapot replacement fund. Tomorrow, I hope to start streaming from a different place. And you'll see my new teapot, my new setup, my new studio, my new everything. Thank you so much, Bruce. Skias, will you try Big Mac now that you're out? Well, there are no McDonald's in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. There's Wendy's. Not sure about Burger King, but no McDonald's, definitely not. Or will you be saving it for when Russia is back to normal? It's not really a big of a question. I don't miss McDonald's. I miss it being in Russia. I miss it as a symbol of Russia, Soviet Union opening up to the world. That's what I miss, not the food itself, the symbol. I was talking to Big Mac. It was a joke, but I was basically saying that we're going to miss you because you showed us that a different world, vivid, colorful, tasty, with good smell, with good smiles existed. That's what I really valued at McDonald's and still value. But the food there is not my favorite, Tashkent blows McDonald's out of water. Okay, in terms of food. This is the foodie capital of the world. My friends, if I miss your super chats, I really apologize. There are quite a few, and then, sometimes they just disappear. If it takes me too long to answer, please apologize. I apologize. Jimmy Kordiats. Jimmy, Acha, thank you so much. Welcome to Uzbekistan. Something tells me that Jimmy Kordiats is very familiar with Uzbekistan. Jason Carney, sending prayers. Oh, I saw that. T-Spot, John Clark. I don't have anything to say, but I wanted to send you a super chat anyway. You said enough. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. John Doe, welcome to Inside Russia. Kind of scary name. Can be anyone under John Doe. See what I missed. To everyone new to the channel, I acknowledge super chats first because I really appreciate people parting their money with me and sending their help. And then after I'm done, I usually get to the questions. So if I don't get to the questions soon enough or ever in one chat or another, please don't get offended. Larry Anderson, thank you so much. The Snowman, Showman, I'm sorry, the Showman, thank you so much. Charles Brown, A Star Is Born, I don't really understand who the star is. Sea Lunch, you're not a rat, I'm not a hero. Oh, come on. I'm not a rat, that's enough, but I'm not a hero. Thank you. Thank you so much. Og Gamer, it's hard to disagree with you, really. Brian W, super chat from a Scottish rat. Hi from Mac Rat. Hello, friend. Thank you. Beer Jew, this Jew cares. Please come to America. Thank you so much. You know, well, it's on Santa's list. I gotta concur now. Thank you. Dacia and Ryder from Romania, right? Romania is Dacia in old times. Kiri and Dobby are playing chess. One says to the other, Blin, stop touching my... I'll pull it. Okie dokie. Karen Tipton, $5. Thank you so much. Sam K, cool new shirt. Well, I like these two shirts as like my stream uniform. The other one is in the wash. I wash them. I rotate every other day. You know, they're always clean. People say, hey, please change the shirt, but they're always clean, you know. It's just I'm very conservative when it comes to clothing. If I like something, I wear it all the time. Drives my wife absolutely insane. She likes me like changing things once a day, twice a day, you know, and I don't like that. I want you to notice this. Have you noticed how my mood has changed? I'm out of the pressure cooker and it happens for the second time in a row. In April was the same thing. I came to Uzbekistan. I think it's fairly... Now, I must make a confession. Back in March, some of you might know that I came to Uzbekistan and spent here a month. I was on a business trip. I never lied to you. I was on a business trip, but that was not the biggest purpose of me being here. I actually ran, just in case. There were a couple events in Russia that potentially could have put me in danger with certain agency, and I just decided to leave and work, from someplace else for a bit, for a while. And it just happened that my company needed services here in Uzbekistan. So I came here and I did do some business development. I had meetings, 5 or 6 meetings. I did some market analysis and so forth. So I was on a business trip. But the main thing is I was trying to be safe. So when I came to Uzbekistan in March, I was depressed. I was feeling really, really bad. And all of a sudden, this place is very therapeutic. It just uplifts you. And this time it's the same thing. I am in much better mood. Although there's nothing to be happy about, to be honest, These terrible tragedies keep on happening, but definitely I don't feel as bad as I was feeling in Russia. So I wanted to share that too. There is another gift of Ivan Kyle to 20 people. Sponsorship, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry, I already saw that. A little mistaken. EMS paramedic, Liz, great to see you. Liz still is she became one of the earliest viewers, I remember. She is with this channel since February or January 2020. So thank you so much. It's wonderful to see you smile and hear you laugh, Liz. Just like I said, this place is changing me, you know. John Johnson, thank you so much. I finally got to see you live from Texas. Wishing you and your family safety and quick time to be back together. Thank you so much. Very much. This wish is welcomed, and we'll try to do that. How do separatists feel now about joining after their homes have been destroyed? I'm not sure who's the separatist. Could you please clarify your question? I didn't quite understand that. Vicky McCollum, a person who tells the truth in dangerous situations is indeed a hero. We think of you this way. Thank you so much. I don't think of myself as a hero. I'm just myself. I mean, I do what I can. I do not what I can. What I feel right. I follow my heart, basically, and I think that's the biggest. That takes strength. It takes courage, because sometimes it's very scary. Okay, and to stand up and continue doing that. That's the only part of me that's fairly courageous. Everything else I think is normal, you know. Alex Bravo, thank you. Why do Russians and Eastern Europeans like Puma merge so much? I don't know, historically. Puma and Adidas were very rare brands in Soviet market. I think that's why. It was the symbol of status. Barbara Girasa, great job, Konstantin. Thank you so much, Barbara. Appreciate the super chat, the support. Joanna Woods, thank you so very much. Abuds, looking forward to a sequel of Your Political Wheels Are Turning. Your insights aren't heard anywhere else. Thank you so much. I agree with you. I have not heard what I've been saying all along ever anywhere else. Thank you. X Flying Tiger. John and Nikki from Lake Shasta. Howdy, howdy. Great to see you. We could see what was happening in Liman for a week. Why not Russian generals? No internet. Look, don't ask me. These are questions that really puzzle me, that make me feel stupid. Okay, they're so basic. When I think of them, I immediately think, listen, I must be missing something, because why weren't they doing what they were supposed to be doing? It's obvious. A 5-year-old could be doing that, and then they weren't. Tune in to Ramzan Kadyrov Telegram. He tells you the truth about the generals. Okay, that's why. He has the answers, not me. Konstantin Schaffer. Here in Germany, experts, political analysts, etc., are saying in the media that indifference towards politics in Russia from the general population is slowly diminishing. Did you feel this as well? Yes, but I wouldn't say indifference in politics. Anger. Anger is growing. Mobilization has contributed to the... Oh, you have no idea. The wheels are turning. You know, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. I hear the sound. It's loud and clear. The crocodile is just around the corner, my friends. C2C contracting. Thank you so much for super chat. Have some Korean barbecue on me, Konstantin. I will do so. Thank you. Appreciate it. I've started eating completely different here. So much less. So much, I don't know, so much more. Just so many things. So much healthier. Welcome to Inside Russia. Thank you so much, Robert Elliott. I appreciate it. Bree Church as well. Thank you and welcome to Inside Russia. Beam 50 Norwegian krones. The pen is a mighty sword. How can you love Russia after 7 months of genocide? another confession. And it's public, right? It's out there. My love is diminishing. I've said it, but you know what? It's a really hard thing to say, but I've made a promise to be honest with you and myself, and my life is diminishing. And I really don't like that. Ed Sadler, hang in there. Sending you warm thoughts from Virginia. Excellent. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support and warm words, thoughts. Julia Goddard, for listening to Critiques of America. Cheers. To Putin's Critiques of America. Okay. Thank you. There is a huge super chat from Neria. I am so glad you made it out and that you are safe. God bless you and your family. Well, Neria, thank you so much for this huge support. These times, I really, I need it very much, and it's very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am also glad I made it out. It was quite a time of getting out. I will remember it for the rest of my life. That was quite something. Tara Hunter, thank you. I was just able to hop on. I love to get your take on what's going on, and I am glad to see that you are safe each day. Love from New York. Thank you so much, Tara. Welcome, and great to have you. Good that you finally here. Diane Ballard says prayers from North Carolina. Beyrutus says, wish you best, Konstantin. Do you really think a man like that speaks the truth? Genuine question. Look, in this particular post, in this particular message, I think that he speaks the truth. Yes, I do. Others, you be the judge, not me. Ivan Irv, thank you so much. Long-time viewer, first-time commenter. Why I don't doubt what Kadyrov said was untrue. While I don't doubt what Kadyrov was untrue. But I don't think that was his intention. I'm guessing he's trying to make a bid for future presidency. That I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. But what I really appreciate is that no matter what his intentions were, he said the truth. He opened up the curtain for the first time in 7 months. The man himself opened partially, a little bit, but he let us speak through. He told us what's going on behind. Lack of communications, lack of logistics, lack of leadership, and so forth. I think that's huge. I hope your family joins you soon. Thank you so much, Bridget. Me too. Wanda, many of your viewers do not seem to have watched Disney's Peter Pan to recognize the crocodile with the clock ticking coming after Captain Hook. Well, thanks for explaining. One of my most favorite movies, The Hook. I think that's called The Hook, but gosh, I forgot the actor. It was released in 1991. It was a magnificent movie. Not for kids. It's really for adults. It's very, very, very deep. I suggest you watch if you have a chance. I think it was Bob Hoskins is in it, the secondary role. Okay, the primary role is Robin Williams. There you go. He plays old Peter Pan. It's a fantastic movie. You go ahead and watch that. It's good. It's fun. Can you get decent booze in Uzbekistan? Assuring so. Have one on me. Thank you so much, Brian. Yes, I can. I can always order someone coming from Russia, bring me a bottle. That's the best booze. That's where it comes from. Julia Goddard, thank you so much for another super chat. Keep giving us the inside scoop of who to follow on Telegram. I saw Ramzan in the crowd at Mr. Putin's speech. Oh, he's one of the friends, close friends of Vladimir Putin. He is the man to follow, definitely. Just gives you an idea what top officials, Russian officials, think. Definitely follow Mr. Volodin, the speaker of Russian Duma. Peskov, Dmitry Peskov, absolutely, he's the voice of Vladimir Putin. Who else? Let me think. Kristen Barrett Mattern, thank you so much. Konstantin, you speak painful truth, but with love. Truth is a part of love. Thank you for your insights. Kristen, thank you for acknowledgement, and thank you for the super chat. Brian Young, have you been to McDonald's yet? There aren't any McDonald's in Uzbekistan. Wendy's right next door, but you know what? I'm not gonna go with Wendy's where I can get the best food in the world right next to it for the same price, perhaps even cheaper. Okay, perhaps I can go into Wendy's once to make a video to upload for sponsors and patrons. That's about it, Beam, thank you. Kadyrov is out of Putin's inner circle and try to gain support through social media. 2 questions. In my answers, I don't know. But the fact that he's sending messages via Telegram speaks volumes. Volumes, Just think about this. John Doe, thank you so much. You just became the sponsor, and thank you very much. Thank you for showing that reasonable Americans and reasonable Russians are the same. So glad you and your family got out safely. My family's still there, but they're safe. I hope we can meet someday so I can buy you a Big Mac. I would love to. Thank you. John, I don't know if it's your real name or not, but let me tell you. I started Letters to King about 3.5 years ago for this very purpose, to show how similar Russians and Americans were, how similar Russians acted, what similar values we had, and so forth. And I think I've done pretty good job until 24th of February. Everything changed then. My channel is different, messages are different, mission is different, And it's not the old good channel anymore, But yes, in many cases, and in many ways, Russians are so much alike with the Americans. That's true. I love both countries. I love Russia and still love Russia and America. Russia is my mom, so to speak. I was born and raised here. My culture is Russian. My first language is Russian. Even if my mother does, ugly things, I cannot turn away from it. It's inside me. I'm gonna always be Russian, no matter what. In the United States is my father, who taught me everything I know in my professional life, and who gave me such great experience, learning so many skills and living experiences. So I love both countries, and they're so similar. I guess I'm just lucky to have my life in both of them. Yeah, let me take you up on that offer one day, if possible, about the Big Mac. Marsha Kellison, I enjoy listening to such a great, intelligent man. Thank you so much. Very flattering. Chess Chicken, love the name. We think about you daily, Konstantin. We love the Russian people and culture. Uzbeks like Russian enjoy chess? Very much so. Maybe find a local club and make some friends if you play at all. From America with love, friend. Thank you so much, my friend. I can play online, and honestly, there's no time for me. There's not even time to answer all emails timely, okay? I apologize if I backed up, but this is just so... The amount of events that are happening in my life, you don't know half of them, okay? I'm out with different media sources. I'm out doing things with people. I still have full-time job and all of that, so... Chess, I leave it to the times when there's peace, when there's more time, there's less things happening, less things needs to be covered and stuff like that. But one of my next streams will be called Zunzwang. I think you know what it is. Rallen21, you said that one of your supporters sent you an email with a verse in that was the deciding factor in your leaving Russia. What was the verse? I will read after I finish answering comments and super chats and before I go to the prayer. We have a new sponsor, Truffles for one. Welcome to Deep Inside Russia. That's the second tier. Thank you so much. John O. Since all this started, I have learned perhaps more about Russia than my father did when he toured the Soviet Union back in the 70s. Greetings from the USA. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the good words. Donna Lynch, thank you so much. Let me take a few messages, not from Super Chat, but from regular users. Julia Haney, will you have to leave Uzbekistan every 9 days? I don't think so. Does it matter what country you go to? If I need to leave Uzbekistan for that reason, there's border 30-minute drive from here. So I hop on a taxi cab, go to the border, come back, and probably be back in 2 hours. So it's not a big deal. But I don't think I have to get out of the country every 90 days. I have to check on that, of course, but I hope I'm going to be out of the country in 90 days, to be honest with you. Brian W., if Russia is your mother and America is your father, Scotland is likely your dodgy second cousin. That's a good one. Russian and Scottish people are very similar apart from the kilt thing. Never understood the kilt thing, but you know what? It's pretty cool. It's cool. I like it. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you're right. In both Russian and Scottish enjoy good single malt, good Scotch. White Lightning 777. Hello from Baltimore, Maryland, USA. What do you think of the most likely ending will be to the conflict? Just a gut feeling. I don't know. There's a path, crossroad, so to speak, between using nukes and not using nukes. I hope that the nukes will not be used. It would be insanity, and I don't believe they will be used. I don't believe. It's just something is telling me they're not going to be used. But I just would have to be absolutely insanely disappointed if they use them. If they don't use, then Russia is in trouble. But the thing is, they gotta use common sense. Come on, please do not use the nukes. If you use the nukes, Russia will get down in history as, I don't even know, as what. Have a new sponsor, Kelly Bird. Welcome to Deep Inside Russia. Thank you so much. Beam M. Are Russians safe in Uzbekistan? Mods, give me 4 minutes, 10 extra minutes, and I'll be wrapping up. Great question. Thank you so much, Beam. Are Russians safe in Uzbekistan? Yes, very safe. Tashkent is a safe place. Uzbekistan is safe. Kids, 2-3 years old, play outside in the streets with no adult supervision. Nothing happens to them. Someone touches them in a harm way, capital punishment. Someone steals a car, capital punishment. Someone sells drugs or whatever, capital punishment. Quiet, easy Uzbek are fairly peaceful. Russians are safe here, as safe as anyone. Uzbeks right now looking at them with interest and curiosity, but that's going to change in a month or two because Russians are just too many of them. Everywhere. My friends, I saw many cars today with Moscow license plates. The prices for food have risen. The prices for apartments have doubled, tripled sometimes. There's very few apartments left at the market. The Russians are putting stress onto lives of Uzbek. They're not gonna take it lightly, okay? They're gonna wait for a month, couple months perhaps, and then they'll be voicing their concerns. So that's my prediction. Sculptor, we call guys like Kadyrov. Okay, not gonna say that. Ricky Kyle, are you able to keep working for your employer remotely? For about a month now, I will be able to, and then most likely I will not be able to. Brian, hi my friend, love from East Coast, South Africa. Wow, thank you so much. Busy chat. Jason saw that. Interesting. We had a message from sponsor that Harry Partner deleted the message. I have complete trust and faith in Harry, so no problem. Keister Bolton, 1.5 million uniforms missing. It's official. I have not heard that as official, but I will look into that. USS Enterprise, thank you for your message. Russian government hasn't done that, perhaps yet, but I'm working on that. Saint Javelin, what's your favorite food to eat, and do you consider yourself a good cook? No, I'm not a good cook. I know how to cook eggs, scramble eggs, some things, very basic things I cook well. I grill meat excellently, but that's it. What's my favorite food? I don't know. I eat everything. I eat ethnic foods, love Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Russian, Ukrainian. Oh, Ukrainian is great. Georgian is great. Uzbek is fantastic. Plov and all of that. Russian, you name it, anything. Mrs. T. Maggio, always praying for UK. I was skeptical of you at first, but finally dawned on me the way you did your streams. Keep faith, keep strong. Prayers for you and your family. You know what? Thank you so much, Mrs. T. Maggio, because this is very, very pleasant message. You were skeptical at first, but then it finally dawned on me the way that I do the streams. Great. I'm really, really glad. Amir, howdy. Common sense, I don't know what you mean by that. Isa, rats escape from serving the people with freedom, peace, and prosperity. Now, what's that? Rats escape from serving the people with freedom, peace, and prosperity. Okay. As far as I understood, that's a good message. Thank you. Chris Cornetto. Kadyrov said it wouldn't be so bad if we weren't so bad. That's a big difference than what you quoted. You know what? This is a big deal because I don't want to misquote Kadyrov. No way. So let me read in Russian what he said. Let me find his channel. At the very end of the post, and the post from the 1st of October, okay, 1849, 6:49 p.m., you can go and check for yourself. Все было бы хорошо, если бы не так плохо. That's Russian. I'm quoting him. Everything would be good or fine if it wasn't so bad. That's how I translate it in English. Of course, I may be making a mistake, but that's how I understand that sounds like, okay? Все было бы хорошо, если бы не было так плохо. No, wait a second, I misquoted. Все было бы хорошо, если бы не так плохо. There's no us. There's no us in there. Если бы не так плохо. Okay, so I think I clarified it very well. If we weren't so bad. No, he didn't say we were so bad. Everything was. That's what he said. Viol999, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it. Sarah A, $5. Great. Every dollar counts these days. Damien Da Silva, thank you. Just wanted to say you appreciate it and do not stand alone, my friend. That is good to know. Thank you so much. One of the unexpected things I have been receiving through this channel is this feeling that I'm not alone, okay? That there are so many people who care, who pray, who enjoy what I have to say, who learn from me, you know. Some people don't like, but a lot more actually do, and this is a great revelation. Thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for your words. I know I'm not alone. Darren, thank you so much for your next pizza. Taken, appreciate it. I'll buy pizza to my kids in Moscow. I'll order them online. Tanya, thank you so much. No message, but this super chat is a very powerful message by itself. Ginger Hardley, in your estimation, how many people have fled Russia in the last couple of weeks? Well, in Russia, it's not called fleeing. It's called, just leaving, going on vacation or whatever. So I think that, I don't know, I really don't have data. I have to calculate on how many flights out of Russia and so forth, but I would say in hundreds of thousands. I've heard different statistics from the Russian officials and such. Beirutas, can Russia pass a law that forces husbands of families to return to Russia, thereby criminalizing those who decide to leave and forcing them back? I hope not. I mean, this would be so inhuman. Complete lack of human rights, disrespect for human rights and so forth. I don't think they can do that. They haven't done that so far, okay? The latest they want to do is they want to seize cars of people who left Russia and who left their cars at the border on a parking, you know. They want to take them away and then give them to people who's serving. Roy, there's nothing I have to say about that. Konstantin, what in the expression Krasny Liman, am I mixed up here? Understand Krasny means red? Well, it's the name of the city or town that was under fighting, and that was the subject of this post. It's red, but in this particular case, it's the name of the place, or simply Liman. Brian Struvig, no, you rock. Thank you so much for a huge help, Susan Toth. Thank you. Very much needed these days and very much appreciated. Deuce Ira, thank you. What percentage of super chats do YouTube take? I think either 30 or 40%. I hear it's a lot. Is there a better way to send you money? Patreon is a better way because, it takes less. But still, 40%, consider it's tax, okay? At least it's going to the United States. Just be careful so KGB doesn't bother you. In Uzbekistan, they probably wouldn't. I think KGB is so busy right now, and I am the last target on their list, okay? They have such tremendously more difficult things to take care of and more serious people to take care of, Grace Philosophy, great to see you. Thank you so much. How I'm thinking about you and your family, and I pray for you and you hope you are reunited very soon. Thank you so much, Grace, and me too. Thank you. Copley Hall, I don't know. There's no question. I cannot answer your question. Tanya, thank you so much. As a second message from you, a super chat, right? I do hope your family can join you soon. I'm so happy you're safe. Thank you so much. Again, my family is safe. I'm pretty sure about that. I've done necessary things to keep them safe. Otherwise, I wouldn't have left. I would just rather stay until their side until I die, but they're safe. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you. And then they hopefully will be reunited soon. Angie, there's a very strong message. Personally, don't think thoughts of using nukes will happen until New Year. That's why he's trying to mobilization first. Angie, I am praying. They will not happen until New Year's. They will not happen at all. This would be just the end. Frank in Texas, welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for giving sponsorship to quite a few people. I really appreciate it, Frank. Have you ever had In-N-Out? In-N-Out, you mean? The burger? Yes, Scott, I had probably the best fries and the best burger of my life. It was back in 1997, but I still remember it. Sending prayers from Germany. Hope in the future it's going to be all peace again. Steelers, thank you so much. Me too. Thank you. Danke schön. W3L inside Russia. Konstantin, do you still have your original job now? You're outside Russia. I still do, but not very long. It's official, It's not just I am being laid off or fired, but it's my company my project is closing, and it's due to the economy, due to basically the collapse that we're going through right now. It's not economic tsunami any longer, my friends. It's the collapse. I will speak of that later. Air Force, howdy. I want to say you are so loved, Konstantin, and the mods and the team too. Please include yourself on the prayer tonight for you and your family and mods. Please, hugs, brother from Pennsylvania, USA. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Air Force. I do include my members, my people who I love the most, in the prayer in the beginning every single day. Not me there. It's just not modest for me to include myself in the prayer. How can I pray for myself? I do that when I go to sleep, when I wake up, I usually pray. But here, it's for you. It's not for me. It's for people who need it. Okay, my friends, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Well, I hope that everyone is having a good Sunday. I promised to read a verse, the verse that helped save my life, I believe. If you give me a second, I will open it. Hang on. So many emails. I believe it was on 25th or 26th of September. Gosh, there's so many messages. That was from Daniela From. I hope she doesn't mind, but she's nothing to hide, just I am so thankful to her that she sent me the message. Hang on, I'm looking for it. This is it. That's what she said. Well, she said she sent a message and she included the verse. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. And this is when I read that, when I saw that, and I didn't even go into my telephone, okay? Because how I have this system, the message is gonna pop up and I see on the screen. And I saw that, and it's like a bolt of striking, of lightning stroke me right there in my head, boom, boom, and everything became so clear. So this is it. My friends, I would like everyone to join the prayer today, as usual. This is how I end my streams. Thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all your support. It's much appreciated. I apologize if I miss your super chats. There are just so many, and I try to acknowledge everyone. So thank you so much. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so very much for giving us this wonderful day. Thank you for putting food on our tables. Thank you for giving roofs over our heads. Thank you for surrounding us with the loved ones and people who we love and people who love us. Thank you for, please keep our children safe and healthy. Please give us wisdom to raise them in a way that when they grow up, they will make this world a better place. Please help Ukraine, help stop bloodshed there. Please reach out and touch people who are responsible for making this decision. Fill their hearts with love, mercy, empathy, remorse. Make their hearts softer so they wake up and make the decision to stop the bloodshed. Please reach out and touch the hearts of Vladimir Putin and Joe Biden. Touch their hearts, fill them with love, fill them with mercy, fill them with good feelings, give them forgiveness, make them forget things that they need to forget. Make them realize that what needs to be done so that make the decision to stop the bloodshed. Please help everyone in Ukraine who has been displaced, who has been affected by this terrible tragedy. Give them strength, give them forgiveness, give them recovery, give them relief, give them what they want. Answer their prayers, make their wishes come true, please. Send angel to every single person. So angels protect everyone, they keep everyone out of harm's way. Please help everyone in Florida who is in the wake of this hurricane, has been affected. Please send help their way. Please help those who traveling, running for their lives, seeking for asylum. Send help their way. Grant their wishes. Please help those women who are pregnant and trying to deciding whether to keep their babies or not. Help them. Send help their way. Talk to them so they make the right choice. Please help all the people who actually don't have food on their tables. Put food, feed them, stop the hunger. Help those people who are in need of your help recovering from diseases, going for surgeries, coming out of for surgeries. Please answer everyone's prayers and give them help and speedy recovery. Thank you so much for bringing us here into this wonderful community and allowing us to pray together. Thank you so much for that. Hear everyone who is praying along with me, make their wish come true or wishes come true, and make their prayers heard and answered. I would like to ask for a few people today who need your help. They are Rafaela From, her daughter Anna, Priscilla, Michelin, King Nero, Gabby Hyman, Martin, Joan, Donald from Wisconsin, Allison, Dave Moyers, I Found Waldo, Liz, Deborah, Isabel Legod, may her father rest in peace, Janice Burgess, Maureen M. and sister, Ariana, Liz Dumbrell, Bruce B., Kayleen, Michael, Thomas, Tony, Bob, Jessica, Minutes to Midnight, Sandy Workman and her husband Rod, Mr. Hanson, Heidi Howitz, Golden Griffon, Terry Carter, Carol Reed, Jacob, please help with bad addiction, Robert Morgan's sister, she needs your help recovering, Michael Milkovitz, who's going for surgery, Cindy Braddock, Black Cat, who's back with us, thank you for his recovery, Elena, Natasha, Jake, Michael, Oля, Dasha, Sky, Bonnie, Galina and Igor, Buzz, Jean-Paul, Paula, Janine, Michael, Marlene, Susan S., Fiona, Madeline, Stephen, Alan, Freddie, Sabrina, Felicia, Paul Bins, Preachia's father, May Scott Nesbitt, sister, rest in peace. Mallory M., please help with her financial, professional situation. Sister of Rudy Kaisley, Richard, who's going for heart surgery. Robert, Hannah and her children. Please rest soul of Britzel Anderson peace and give their family, her family, strength to go through the tragedy. Bridget Apley, Lane Hankins, Lars Henrik's father, Brittany S., James Rhodes going for a surgery, Richard Burris going for a surgery, and Ace with broken ankle. Thank you so much, dear God. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. My friends, thank you so very much. Thank you. I appreciate you coming, giving me the message, giving me an opportunity to deliver the message, listening to it, supporting. You're absolutely awesome and you rock. Tomorrow I have another message at the same time, but from the new place. Hopefully that's a place where I'm settled for the next few months or whatever time it's going to take me here in Uzbekistan. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you all tomorrow.